I could have given you the world.
The world is not enough.
Foolish sentiment.
Family motto.
The World Is Not Enough is the 19th entry in the James Bond film series. An original story not based on any of the original novels. It features Bond on the trail of oil magnate Elektra King and her bald sidekick who happens to be a psychotic freak who can't feel any pain. World was the last film in the Eon series I watched when I was getting into Bond, mostly off the back of my parents having a sour view of the whole Brosnan era. The DNA of The World Is Not Enough is shaky as is. The push for a more grounded and realistic Bond adventure was a good direction to go in, but executed with one foot in the over-the-top, larger-than-life excesses of the past.
Would you like to check my figures?
Oh, I'm sure they're perfectly rounded.
Tits.
Director Michael Apted is an accomplished dramatic filmmaker, but World lacks a lot of energy and spark that you see in other Bonds. It's bland looking and lacking in action and excitement. Speaking of the action, it often seems to be trying to up the ante by relying too much on massive explosions to drive sequences along, especially in the Parahawk and Caviar Factory sequences. There's so many frickin' explosions during the Caviar Factory sequence it becomes ridiculous. Having said that, the Thames boat chase is incredibly well executed and a highlight moment of the entire series. That and the Atomic Depot sequence in Kazakhstan are the most consistently solid sequences in the film. Fresh off the success of the Thomas Crown Affair remake, Pierce Brosnan returns as James Bond in his third turn in the role. He's completely in charge of both the cool suaveness required for the role and the more dramatic scenes. He's great in the film, and it's a shame the script and direction lets him down on occasion, as he is clearly on his A-game here. Elektra is wonderfully played by Sophie Marceau, who is utterly beautiful and alluring, and believable as someone Bond would fall in love with. It's a shame that she and Brosnan lack chemistry, and that the writing of her character can sometimes come across as melodramatic. There was potential for Elektra to be one of the best Bond girls in the series, but her presence isn't quite felt as much as it should be, due to some melodramatic writing and the focus being drawn away from her in favor of...
I played a nuclear psychiatrist in a James Bond movie.
Yes, coverage of this character has been done to death. Richards is miscast, but she does the best she can with the thin drawings of the character, but there's no hiding she's a weak Bond girl. Robbie Coltrane is also back, and I like that his character is played less broadly than he is in GoldenEye.
I'm looking for a submarine. It's big and black and...
Full of semen. Nothing? No? Not even a titter?
I do appreciate the film's attempt at emotional depth, and a lot of it is handled fairly well, especially concerning M's backstory with Elektra King. But the ideas of her checkered past and facing her past failures head-on would be better handled 13 years later in Skyfall. Despite the weaknesses in the script, the film at least goes out of a bang in a fantastic character-driven demise for Elektra, which earns its place as a classic moment in the series.
Dive, Bond!
I never miss.
It's a shame the film doesn't end there, as the movie grinds gears to have a lame action climax in a submarine, where Brosnan and Carlyle are so restricted by the space that they can't have a proper fight sequence together. Ideally, the ending should have been swapped around. Have the submarine fight first, then the ending confrontation. Maybe have the torture sequence take place on the submarine so we can get it out of the way then and there. I would be remiss without mentioning Desmond Llewellyn, who gives his final performance here after his tragic death in a car accident. His future replacement, John Cleese, also pops up in this entry, playing R. It's a fantastic send-off for the long-running character, both haunting and reverential in its portrayal. The World Is Not Enough had potential to be a Bond classic, but ends up as a middling entry into the series, let down by an unfocused script that leaves things baggy and unexciting. There are a lot of explosions, though.
Christmas only comes once a year.